Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. You know, my favorite day is the Sandra Lee semi-homemade day. So today we are doing a semi-homemade recipe. Excuse me, I want to get it right. I've got our cookbook here. I did get it used. So before I get started, thanks for joining me. My name is Edward. Here we do semi-homemade recipes. We do Blue Apron recipes. We do Disney recipes. So thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button. That would be fantastic. But anyway, back to the task at hand. So we are making a semi-homemade recipe. This cookbook was published way back in 2002, which was surprising because before I knew that, I was flipping through here and I'm like, oh, this is definitely like a mid-90s thing because just some of the flavors and things just seemed very 90s, but it was actually 2002. So today we are making this cheesy potato soup. So cheesy potato soup, it seemed pretty easy, but what I've been finding about Sandra Lee's recipes, because she was so popular in the early 2000s and things like that, a lot has kind of changed, and the things that were convenience products then are no longer available now, or they're a lot harder to find. So her recipe, it's very simple. It calls for 2 packages of frozen au gratin potatoes. It calls for a 1/4 cup of Cheese Whiz. It calls for 2 cups of milk and 3/4 of a cup of real cheese. So great, super easy. I could not find frozen au gratin potatoes. It was very, very hard to find. So what I did was I got a box of the dehydrated au gratin potatoes, and I got some just like frozen like hash brown potatoes or whatever these are called. So I'm gonna kind of like make a hybrid. I'm not sure if this is gonna work out. I feel like it's really, you know, it's supposed to be easy, stuff that you can just find in the grocery store, but I couldn't find any of it. And now I have to like figure out if it's gonna work. So according to her instructions, the first thing that you do is you're supposed to cook the potatoes according to the package directions. So I've got that all here in my pot. I've got 2 cups of water, 1/2 cup of milk, and like a tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna cook the potatoes, get them all done the way they are supposed to be done. And then once that's done, I'm going to add in my milk. I'm gonna add in the Cheese Whiz. I'm gonna add the frozen potatoes and the real cheese, and I'm gonna stir it all up. I really wanted to stick as much to her recipe as possible, but this was just begging for some frozen broccoli, which I have here. So I'm also going to add in some frozen broccoli when I add in my potatoes because I think that'll be pretty good. All right, so that's what we're gonna do here. I'm just gonna prepare the au gratin potatoes. It's gonna take about 20 minutes, and that's probably not gonna be super exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make those, and then once they're done, we'll come back and then I'll add in the rest of the stuff, and then we'll see how that goes. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, so I've got my scalloped potatoes and they are cooked and I've removed them. It took, like I said, about 20 minutes. So next I'm gonna take my milk, I'm gonna add this in here. And since I've got these frozen potatoes and this frozen broccoli, I'm gonna go ahead and add that in here as well. I probably should have broken that up, that's okay. Okay, all right. So that is going in. And then I'm just going to heat this through. And then what I'm supposed to do is I take the Cheese Whiz and I stir it in and I kind of get it all mixed up with this milk. All right, so I'm gonna get this in. The real cheese is actually just on top. So that people are like, oh look, there's real cheese in here. So I'm gonna add some of it to the actual soup because I think it probably needs it. And then what you do is once this liquid is like all come together, then you add the scalloped potatoes back in and you stir it all up and then you eat it. Okay? So I'm going to break up this giant chunk of potatoes. Get it kind of bubbly and boiling so that way everything kind of starts to heat through. I'll add in my Cheese Whiz, I'll add in a little of my real cheese, I'll add in my scalloped potatoes, and then that should be it. So we'll see how this goes, all right? See you guys back in just a second. Okay guys, so everything is done. Look at here it is. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it. Here it is. Okay, here it is. We'll see how it goes. I added everything in. You know, I just don't know. Don't know. Well, that's some of this cheese. Okay, so I have some predictions. We'll see. So, I think had I used 2 full packages of the au gratin potatoes would probably be better. It's quite bland, surprisingly. Like, even though it has all of these like processed ingredients and like fake cheese, well, multiple fake cheeses, it's kind of bland. Like, it's not very salty or anything. I think that's because I used 1 package of packaged potatoes and then 1 package of just frozen potatoes. The texture of the au gratin potatoes, I mean, it doesn't really taste like a potato. I mean, if you've had them before, it has a slightly slimy, thin quality, like a damp potato chip. That's what it tastes like. I mean, it's okay. I just think it'd be really weird to serve someone this, because it's like liquefied Velveeta or you know, Cheese Whiz. It doesn't taste like cheese either, you know? Kind of like the way that macaroni and cheese doesn't taste like cheese. It tastes sort of just like rich fat. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's okay. Like I said, I think it'd be really weird to serve someone this, like even your family, because you know they deserve whatever. I don't know. I just feel like, again, there's a better way at it. There's a better way to do this. Maybe using the frozen potatoes might be fine, but I think like using real cheese would make a big difference, and probably using cream instead of milk would make a difference. Maybe using chicken broth, something like that. So, you know, like her other recipes, it's not horrible. It's just like, why would you make this for yourself? Or why would you make this for your loved ones? It's just not that great. So, again, there's a lot of this here, and I'm probably going to eat it all. So, it's like, I have a very low bar, so it's totally fine. But, you know, I have potatoes, and I have milk, and I have cheese, so maybe, you know, maybe I can try and put it together the real way. It's also just really thin. I don't know. Super weird. Anyway, so thanks for joining me, guys. Let me know what you think. You can say, like, hey, I have made her recipe 1,000 times, and it's always come out delicious, because maybe it's me. But let me know what your thoughts are, you guys. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Let me know if you have any favorite Sandra Lee recipes you want me to try out. And I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.